Hi, I'm Jo Bloom. I'm the CEO of the charity Come You Spirits. We're a professional touring theatre troupe taking Shakespeare's plays all over this magnificent country. We've been going for 3.5 years, and there's a series of different plays in the repertoire and the same standing troupe. We perform in performing arts centres, in schools now this year, and in traditional theatres, and in magnificent pockets in nature. And that's really where we began and where our roots and our hearts are. We pride ourselves in being a site-responsive theatre company, not just site-specific, which means that we always respond and do the best we can to really recontextualise depending on where we are and the environment on the day or the evening. So whether we're in the tunnels of the coal loader, and then that becomes this post-apocalyptic style for Romeo and Juliet, or if we're on a 100-year-old tall ship sailing Sydney Harbour for The Tempest, the story then makes sense of where it's set. Now, one thing we really think about is how we program these plays and making sure we're putting on work, even though it's a repertoire, we're doing it at the right time and making sure it's still a commentary and an opportunity to reflect back to society, not just where they are and sort of popular culture, but to really reflect back the magic of the natural world, of the songlines, of our own inherent natural magic. We've been working closely with Uncle Cole Lyons and Auntie Lully, the beautiful Indigenous elders of Darkinjung land in St Albans, which is where we own beautiful property. And this year we've also had the great privilege of performing with two Indigenous dancers and actors, Ella Helveka from the Australian Ballet and Erica Dixon. And they've been just tremendous in the roles of the witches in our Macbeth production that's just played in Darling Harbour and the Chatswood Concourse. And having their input to really represent the First Nations culture and also that deep understanding and connection to country, to land, of the herbal medicine, the plant medicine that's available. And it's been a profound interpretation to have that physically represented on stage, and certainly the reviewers and the audiences have been completely captivated. So we have a little selection ahead of some of the plays that we do perform and the different venues. We're really interested in becoming even more sustainable as a theatre company. 90% of all our materials are repurposed and resourced from either side of the road or from upscaling from existing pieces, and that includes costuming as well, which is really impressive. Our art director, Letitia Hodgkinson, runs a secondhand market, so she's been absolutely tremendous in bringing our vision to life with recycled materials. And we also focus heavily on sustainability for performers as well. So there can be not just the financial stress for actors and artists, but also that post-show blues, and also really diving into these deep, heavy characters like Macbeth and Lady Macbeth or Romeo and Juliet. You know, these themes are so enormous, and it's harrowing if we are to do that day after day, sometimes twice a day. So we've introduced a meditation at the end of every single show, no matter where we are, which we do with the audience. It's only a couple of minutes long, and it's a really deliberate regrounding to make sure everyone's feeling recalibrated and back to their personal best before going on with the rest of their day. And we also set a really clear intention at the start of every performance too, which we do with our audience. So those factors mean that we can keep bringing up every day or every night these really epic roles. So we hope you enjoy the presentation ahead, and we look forward to answering any questions later on.